Hello there ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another one of my live videos, and I am going to be updating you today on the regards of Ivan Perisic. Now, reports are suggesting now, with the case about Ivan Perisic now, that this deal is currently off and we have currently cooled our interest in signing Ivan Perisic. Basically, the Italian journalist who originally reported the fee that Inter Milan have been demanding for the entirety of the transfer window is basically in regards of Perisic and the other player now that the deal is currently off. Basically now Ivan Perisic, have been linked to him for absolutely months in the entirety of this transfer window. He's been a main priority target now. But now Inter Milan are being stubborn. They still want that £48 million. We've had 3 bids rejected for the current player also. And yesterday we could have lost. The pursuit of Perisic could have ended anywhere, with Chelsea have been making inquiries about this other Inter Milan player. I can't remember his name. And also I think Manchester United and Chelsea have made inquiries about that. But I think Damasio has currently announced that the deals are off for any of them players. But anyway, the entirety of the transfer window have been linked to him, but the manager currently has rebuffed it. He's basically said he cannot keep him against his own will. He explained the matter of the situation, and then basically after that he rebuffed it again, basically saying he's convinced that Perisic will stay. He won't leave the club, and he says no further negotiations or discussions are going on between the two clubs. Ed Woodward has tried discussing with the representatives of Ivan Perisic. But yeah, they said we're no longer in discussions, but there is still negotiations going on between Manchester United and Inter Milan. Perisic is a main priority target, and he's got tremendous speed, he's good in the air, had a fantastic campaign with Inter Milan last season. He's been at Wolfsburg, he's been at Dortmund, and he's a highly experienced player, and we need that dedicated width on the left hand side. So now this deal could become inflated. And even Perisic has tried to force the move for months. He's even persuaded his agent to try and get the deal finalised to discuss with the Inter Milan officials. Inter Milan are not having any of this. Even the directors before he resisted to any offers, and they was confident he was going to stay. But Perisic is trying his hardest to force the move. But now, even though Damasio has announced it's ended, Martial is still willing. It reported from Italian yesterday he's willing to join Inter Milan on loan, because they've also been demanding Martial on loan like other teams have. And this is going to be between 40 million we pay for Perisic, or 42 million, and they get Martial on loan. But Mourinho would not go along with this, as he currently has praised and admired Martial. He does not want to sanction Martial, because with his performances in these pre-season games, he could hurt himself in the France team in 2018. And also, he has before tried to force a move out back in the January transfer window as Antonio Martial, but he's keen on joining Inter Milan on loan as part of the Perisic deal. Martial did fail to replicate. He still needs to grow and develop into his game. Or if Perisic did come and Martial were there, he'd struggle to get game time. Martial hasn't been the same player since he lost that number 9 role. But he still needs to grow and develop more into his game. But Martial is keen on the move, but Mourinho will not will to sanction the player. So if this is involved in the Perisic deal, I don't think Mourinho will go along with it. Mourinho would prefer just to get Perisic without loaning Martial out or any other current players. But yeah, now this currently could be ended. Perisic does want to come to Manchester United, but there you go. So we'll see. Looks like it's currently off now. It looks like it were off before, but now Inter Milan have stood firm. They've basically quoted out, if this price tag is not met by the current end of the week, then he's going to be released off the transfer market, and that he's going to be currently signing a new contract with Inter Milan. I think he has got a 3-year contract with Inter Milan. But Chelsea have also been in the race as well to make inquiries, but Inter Milan are trying to find an alternative replacement, but they're still demanding, they want that £48 million. Bale is comparison to Perisic. We haven't looked at many left wingers. That's the most key position, the player that can cross balls into the box like Perisic. Bale, Jose Mourinho has disregarded this deal about Bale. Currently Florentino Perez has basically quoted out he will to sanction the player off if they do get the deal finalised for Mbappe, but I think it's a very, very unlikely thing that we will get Bale unless they get Mbappe. But Zidane's quoted out, he will still stay. He's not willing to sanction Gareth Bale off. There was a 90 million price tag. Jose Mourinho had currently met the player down in the tunnel, but there was nothing spoke about of making a potential move for the player. But Gareth Bale did say he's no intentions of leaving Real Madrid. He has no desire to leave Real Madrid, so he basically doesn't want to leave. But if they get Mbappe in, he's the most favoured player to get sacrificed from Real Madrid. And he's still got years ahead of him. He's Premier League proven. He's been at Tottenham in the past. Fantastic, tremendous speed, shows heart, shows desire, and he'd be an absolutely fantastic player. But that is very, very unlikely that we could get Gareth Bale on the board. And basically the agent of him was basically confident Manchester United could make a potential move, but then the representative didn't believe any of it. He said it was a fake narrative about the Bale situation, because we've been interested in him since 2013 really, but a deal hasn't been really finalised. So yeah, and also this is only a quick video because this is only, I'm recording, it only goes for so many minutes. I'm going to update you on a lot more later. With the Herrera case from PSG right back, according to reports now, the British press are reporting that the deal now could be back on, and apparently it's reported that he is allowed now back in the UK after he has been banned from the UK. He's not going to get enough starts at PSG now because they've just broke the world record for Neymar, and they're looking to offload some players. And plus Dani Alves is that right back position, so he won't get first team football. He is aged 24, he is 5'9", and he'd be fantastic in our right back position. But it reported the other day, personal terms had been agreed. It was a week of around about 90,000 a week. This was about 4 million per season as well, and apparently they were still negotiating a fee, but then it had come to an agreement that it was £27 million for the valuation. But I think he's due to go to court on Monday because Mourinho wasn't keen on the player after his bad reputation that he's got wouldn't suit our back line. But he's being convicted of assaulting a police officer. He's also done an assault, and he also has been banned from the UK, and he also missed the Arsenal PSG game as well. So he is a bit of a pothead, and once did a slit throat suggestion as well. And this was currently supposed to be on a 4-year deal with Manchester United. This is what's being reported. So now the deal could be apparently back on us now. Apparently it's stemming from Britain that he is allowed now back in the UK, but he's fast, he's quick, he's got tremendous speed, he's good in the eyes, this player. I would love him at that right back position. He'd be basically Valencia number 2, would this player, but with the bad reputation I would have slight worries about him. But under Jose Mourinho would give the player a tap on the back. And what could this mean with Darmian's future, and also now maybe Fosu could be going on loan because, he won't get the first team football, probably not. Only made 11 appearances last season. Watford are interested in him getting on a loan deal, but if you've got your likes of, he can play at centre-back, he can play as a mid, he can play at right-back, but essentially not a right-back. If you've got your likes of Chukwueze, Darmian, Luke Shaw, Ashley Young, Rojo, Bailey, Lindelof, Smalling and all them. And plus, if we even get Herrera in, and we've got Valencia as well, where Fosu can play, then it's going to be hard for him to get first team football. It hasn't been decided yet. It's going to be decided after the UEFA Super Cup game if Fosu is going on loan. But he has played in these pre-season games, the majority of them, and he has performed fantastically well. So I think it'd be ideal to get him on a current loan deal. Anyway, guys, that's everything to update today. Drop your comments, likes below on my video, subscribe, and take it easy. And I'll see you later. Bye.